have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, into a world divided by color and torn by the injustices of segregation. From his earliest days, he witnessed the harsh realities of racism: separate schools, segregated public spaces, and the constant unspoken rules that defined who could sit where, learn where, and live where. Despite these challenges, Martin's family instilled in him a sense of faith, hope, and moral courage. His father, a Baptist minister, taught him the power of words and the importance of standing up for what is right, while his mother inspired him with quiet strength and unwavering love. As a young boy, Martin was deeply moved by stories of heroes and leaders who had fought against oppression, and he realized that injustice was not a fact of life that had to be accepted, but a challenge to confront with courage and wisdom. He excelled in school and developed a strong sense of morality, often reflecting on the unfairness he saw around him and imagining a world where every person could live with dignity and equality. As Martin grew older, he became increasingly aware of the systemic oppression surrounding him and the limitations placed upon African Americans in every aspect of society. He entered Morehouse College at just 15 years old, a remarkable achievement that reflected his intelligence and determination, and it was there that his understanding of leadership, faith, and justice began to deepen. Influenced by the principles of nonviolence he studied, particularly the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi, Martin realized that true social change could only be achieved through peaceful resistance, moral courage, and unwavering commitment to justice, rather than through violence or hatred. After earning his degrees and becoming a pastor, he returned to the South, a region still marked by brutal segregation and rampant racial injustice, determined to lead a movement that would awaken the conscience of a nation. In 1955, a single act of courage by Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat on a segregated Montgomery bus, sparked a chain of events that would change American history. Martin emerged as a leader of the Montgomery bus boycott, a year-long protest that demanded justice and equal treatment for African Americans. Despite facing threats, intimidation, and economic retaliation, he and the people of Montgomery remained steadfast, walking miles each day and refusing to yield to oppression. Martin's eloquence, moral authority, and unwavering commitment to nonviolence drew national attention, showing the world that organized, peaceful resistance could confront deeply entrenched injustice. He spoke not only to the minds, but also to the hearts of people, emphasizing that the fight for civil rights was not merely a political struggle, but a moral and spiritual one. As the civil rights movement grew, Martin became a central figure in many historic campaigns, including the Birmingham Campaign and the Selma to Montgomery marches, each of which highlighted the brutal realities of racism while inspiring millions to stand for justice. In 1963, he helped organize the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, where over 250,000 people gathered at the Lincoln Memorial. It was there that he delivered the iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, envisioning a world where children of all races could play together, learn together, and live together without fear of discrimination. His words echoed across the nation and around the world, capturing the hearts of people who longed for equality and justice. Yet, even at the peak of his influence, Martin faced constant danger, threats to his life, harassment by law enforcement, and the burden of leading a movement that demanded radical change in a resistant society. Throughout his life, Martin never wavered in his belief that love and nonviolence were stronger than hate and violence. He taught that true courage meant standing up for what was right, even when it was unpopular or dangerous, and that justice required persistence, patience, and faith. His tireless work helped bring about monumental legal victories, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, transforming American society and opening doors of opportunity for generations to come. Yet, he knew that the struggle for equality was far from over. He spoke passionately about poverty, war, and economic injustice, emphasizing that the dream of freedom was incomplete without justice for all. Tragically, Martin Luther King Jr.'s life was cut short when he was assassinated on April 4, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee. But his legacy did not die with him. His life became a beacon of hope and a guide for people around the world, reminding us that one person's vision, courage, and voice can ignite a movement that changes history. Today, Martin's dream lives on in countless individuals, communities, and nations that continue to fight for equality, human rights, and justice.